Hey, what's going on, everyone? My name's Colton. I like to talk about Bibles, books, and theology-related things. Got a Bible review for you today, one from Thomas Nelson. Big thank you to them for sending me this Bible for a fair and honest review. And that Bible is the New King James Version, Journal the Word Bible in large print. And that large print is important here because they've produced Journal the Word Bibles before, and they've produced large print ones before. This is a specific edition that they've released, but the large print is really helpful for those of us who want a journaling Bible but don't want to suffer through really small print, which is a common thing that happens with journaling Bibles. And with that, you're going to get one that's a little bit thicker, a little bit heavier, but nonetheless well done in a lot of ways. There are some things that I would change about the formatting if I could, but I'll get into those as we take a look at it. My wife is really excited about this one. It's very rare that I get a Bible in for review that she's like, yeah, I want that one. But this one, the moment I showed it to her, she was like, dibs. So she's excited. She's like, you need to review this so that you can bring it back to me. So that's the plan. So let's take a look at it together, shall we?
I fix my eyes on Christ.
All right. So here's the slipcover that it comes in. And you can see here, New King James Journal the Word Bible, large print. Reflect and journal or create art next to your favorite verses. And they're off to the side. They have some pencils and some different colored pencils and things like that to let you know that people do this stuff, which is cool. And this particular edition is a hardcover. It's called Stone, which we'll take a look at here in just a minute. But here is the information here on the back. They don't actually list a ton of features because, to be honest with you, there aren't any. The main features of this Bible, really the only big features of this Bible, are the journaling margins that you get. So it is a red letter edition. You can see that there. This is a large print. It doesn't say on here, I don't think, what the actual font size is. But that being said, it is quite readable. So let's take a look at the actual Bible itself. So here it is, and it, again, is called Stone hardcover. It's kind of like this, not cloth overboard, but like a leather soft overboard kind of thing. I'm not quite sure what the material they're using is, but you can see it has double stitching all around. And it has this sort of white line or two white lines with a box around with some flowers, which does tend to at least communicate to some level that this Bible is intended for women. But as I've said often, I don't think that that's necessarily true, especially with the slate color. I could see men rocking this as well. But it does have the flowers on the front. On the spine, you get NKJV, Journal the Word Bible, and then the NKJV logo and Thomas Nelson logo. A little bit overkill with the NKJVs, but hey, it doesn't look bad. It looks cool. On the back, you actually get this cool imprinted Bible verse from Isaiah. The grass withers, the flower fades, but the word of our God stands forever. Which I like that. That's a cool little touch. I don't like this, and you guys know I don't like this. I don't like that they put the ISBN numbers on the back. I wish they would just leave them to the inside of the Bible, but I digress. Seems to be like there's a little speck here of something that maybe would come off. It feels like it's kind of embedded in there. It may just be a speck of dirt or something. Yep, there it goes. Cool. So not a defect or anything. It does come with one single white ribbon that's double-sided, thick, nice, soft. Thomas Nelson's ribbons are awesome. I don't think I need to sing the praises of them any more than I already have, but I will every time. Great ribbons from Thomas Nelson. With a Bible this big, I do wish there was more than one. I think at least 2 ribbons would have been nice, but you get one. So let's open it up, and immediately you're greeted with a this isn't really what I would call a presentation page. It's like a just sort of what you see in the beginning of a lot of journals, like this Bible belongs to, and you just write your name on it there. It does have this cool design here on the cardstock that is pasted down. And so it's pretty much right to business. You get a title page. You also get some publishing information. I'll hold that up for you to see. I wasn't able to locate the font size on this, and to be honest, I just didn't want to spend forever looking for it, but it is printed in India. You get a table of contents, alphabetical order of the books. You get a preface to the New King James Version, which is nice that they include. I always like this, that you get an idea of what the translation philosophy was, why they did it, what its purpose is, etc. And then right to business with an Old Testament title page. Now, already I'm going to say, here's where I think there's kind of a miss, and it's not really a big miss, but with some of their other editions in the Journal the Word series, they've added some contrast with different colors. So, for example, some of them would have some red accents, maybe on these 2 lines here. And this one does not. So as you open it up, you can see there's no accent colors or anything. It's just plain black, which is fine. Like, it's still doing what it's supposed to do. But I think it would have made it pop a little bit more if they would have added just some accent colors to, like, the title and the chapter numbers, something like that. But it's not there. You just get black, which, again, like I said, is fine. And it appears there's a very small set of translator notes kind of on the bottom, but that's not going to be something that you're going to see a lot of, because this Bible's focus is not on cross-referencing. It's not on translator notes. The focus is purely on journaling. And so you see, you get a single column of text, paragraph format. And when you see that text, you see it is nice and bold and easy to read. It does appear to also be line matched on the back, which is always good. The thing I will say, though, is the paper quality on this Bible doesn't seem to be my favorite. It's not like terrible. The ghosting is not awful by any stretch. But if I were journaling in this Bible, I don't know if I would use a pen. I think I would probably use pencil just because of potential show through. And just trying to mitigate that. But I'm sure it would hold up fine to like a ballpoint pen, maybe a 05 or 038 or whatever Pilot G2. But we'll see. You know, if my wife starts writing in it and I'm surprised by how well it holds up, then I'll give you an update. But you can see you have these very large margins on the side that are lined, but the lines are very faint. I actually appreciate that because it gives you a guide on how to, write neatly, but also doesn't get in the way if you want to do some artwork or do something a little more elaborate to go outside of the lines. I think that's cool. So I'll tell you this, when I got this Bible, these first few pages were stuck together here at this bottom corner. I unstuck them, no problem, but it did happen. So when you open it up, you can see this is the format. I mean, it's single column, paragraph format, 2 big margin sections for journaling with some very small translator notes at the bottom, very condensed version of that, not even close to the full. The main point is the text, and you're interacting with it over here in the margins. I like it. I think it looks cool. So when you go to the poetry setting, you're going to see the typical break for poetry, where you have the line breaks, you have the verse-by-verse format. The ghosting is going to be more pronounced in any Bible when you get to a poetry setting, but it looks good. I I think this is definitely marketed towards a specific person who really likes writing in their Bible, and it cleans everything up so that you can do that with ease. So there's the poetry setting. Now let's go to the New Testament so we can see some of that red lettering. And here we go in the Gospel of Matthew. The red lettering looks pretty good. It's not too pinky. It's dark enough where you can read it just fine. My biggest complaint with red letters is when they're so faint and pink. But nonetheless, I think it looks okay. It's legible. Red letter is not my preference, but it might be yours. So it does include red lettering in this Bible. And you'll see as we make our way to the back, there really aren't any major extra features. This Bible, I'll just go ahead and spoil it. It doesn't even include maps. The focus is pure on the text and journaling. So when you get to the end of Revelation, what I do like is the only extra features they really include are some blank lined paper. I think that's cool. I always appreciate lined paper in the back of the Bible, and this one has that, but it's only like, I think, I don't remember how many pages it was. Let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 6 lined pages that you can add some additional things to. It's not a lot, to be honest, but it's probably because this Bible's already so thick. But then after that, that's it. No maps, just the end. And to be honest, I think that's cool. This is a Bible that knows what it is and knows what its purpose is. It is for reading the Word and journaling, and it does that well. I like it. My wife obviously really liked it, so this might be for you. So that's going to do it for this video, guys. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed, please give this video a thumbs up. Leave a comment. What do you think about this format? Subscribe if you haven't already. Always appreciate all that. It's free. It's cool to do that to help support me and what I'm doing. So we greatly appreciate it. And I'll see you in the next video.